A very good afternoon. You're with Lunchtime News. I'm Dasni Athad of the News First, and let's start off with a look at your headlines. Making headlines, former Minister Kehelia Rambukwala arrives at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry. Presentation date to amend the Penal Code and Criminal Procedure Code to be presented before the Parliament postponed. Empower the Woman, a campaign to empower women, nears Migamo and Kalutara amidst positive feedback from locals. Moving on to our local news. Former Minister Kehelia Rambukwala arrived at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry to investigate and inquire into serious acts of fraud, corruption and abuse of power today. The minister arrived at the commission to provide evidence in connection to a case of financial fraud related to the airing of the election propaganda of the independent television network during the last presidential elections. Secretary to the Presidential Commission of Inquiry, Lasla De Silva, said that former President Mahinda Rajapaksa also arrived at the commission in connection to the incident along with his lawyers. He added that MP Namal Rajapaksa also arrived at the commission. Also in local news, Leader of the House Lakshman Kiriyala informed Parliament that two bills that were to be presented before the House on the 8th of January next year would be further postponed. Meanwhile, today is the 13th day of the debate of the 2016 budget.
If the Speaker tells us something in this regard, it would be helpful. This is regarding the Act to amend the Criminal Procedure Code and the Penal Code. This is the act which will be brought in to deal with sanctions relating to the legal position surrounding words in written and spoken form. 22 civil society organizations as well as parliamentarians have called on this bill to be withdrawn. And this is the question I wish to pose to you.
The
Honourable Prime Minister informed me that we would be not presenting this bill in Parliament on the 8th of January.
Also in local news, an event to lay the foundation stone for the Jayaraja City Trade Complex in Pitakote was held in Pitakote under the auspices of Chief Minister of Western Province Isurateva Priya.
I could take over any inefficient ministry under my control by coming into discussions with the relevant governor in concern. Therefore, I do not need the post of Minister of Education. I have no issue with the ministry I received. On the other hand, no minister has any issue with me. There may be minor confusions. However, there are no major issues.
Over 50% of Sri Lanka's population consists of women. However, their issues are yet to be given due recognition. Let us then come forward to recognize the woman, to respond, to educate and to empower. Join us in this initiative.
17th December, Kalutara bus stop, Nigambo bus stop. Another social initiative by Newsfirst.
The women of Sri Lanka have contributed immensely over the years to the progression of the country and to bring it to where it is today. Together we can strengthen women more and make a much greater difference and a bigger contribution to strengthen Sri Lanka. Let's get together and make a difference for more women in Sri Lanka.
Also in local news, Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari said that India is keen on promoting connectivity in the South Asian region and India is set to build a sea bridge and tunnel connecting Sri Lanka. Minister Nitin Gadkari added that the project was discussed by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and his counterpart Narendra Modi during Prime Minister Wickremesinghe's recent visit. He made this statement when addressing the India Lok Sabha. India media reported that the bridge is to be built connecting India's Rameshwaram with Sri Lanka's Thalimana. Furthermore, the Asian Development Bank says it is ready to fully finance the bridge building project. The India Times website reported the minister had disclosed that Sri Lanka and India's prime ministers had discussed the project when they met. The bridge that is to connect Tamil Nadu's Rameshwaram with Sri Lanka's 22 kilometers in length. India's Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari added that the cost of the project is estimated at 240 billion Indian rupees. The minister went on to note that the Indian government's objective with this project is to develop regional cooperation between the two countries. The WBO Women's World Title Boxing Championship will get underway at Stein Studios, Ratmalana this Saturday at 6:30 p.m. The event will feature world-class female boxers from Japan, Thailand and the Philippines. World wrestling great Antonio Inoki, who is remembered for his 1976 performance in the ring against Muhammad Ali, will also make a guest appearance at Saturday's event. The WBO Women's World Title Boxing Championship is being organized by the Capital Maharaja Organization Limited under its Sports First brand.
For the first time in South Asia, presenting WBO Women's World Title Boxing Championship in Sri Lanka on the 19th of December 2015 at Stein Studios, Ratmalana. Come witness an evening of world-class boxing, entertainment featuring professional boxers from Japan, Thailand and the Philippines. Date, Saturday, 19th December 2015 at 7 p.m. Venue, Stein Studios, Ratmalana. Tickets available at Stein Studios, Ratmalana, MTV MBC head office at Dawson Street, Colombo 2. Tickets available at www.tickets.lk.
Also in local news, the island-wide awareness campaign promoting the rights of women, titled Empower the Woman, completed day 15 of its journey today. The campaign, which marched from the town, will create a human chain of women, echoing their voice of empowerment tomorrow on its final phase of the campaign. Bring us more of the very latest from Kalutara is News First Marisa Vikramanayaka.
From the Kalutara District Secretariat, where the Kalutara District Secretary has just spoken to the women who came to participate today in the second last day of the Empower the Women program organised by Newsfirst, Sirasa and Shakti in conjunction with the Sri Lankan Police and the Ministry for Local Government. This is the second last day of the Empower Women campaign, and the last day will be tomorrow, where at the Maharagama Youth Centre the final demonstration and submissions will be tallied. For News First, this is Marisa Vikramanayaka reporting from Kalutara.
Over 50% of Sri Lanka's population consists of women. However, their issues are yet to be given due recognition. Let us then come forward to recognize the woman, to respond, to educate and to empower. Join us in this initiative.
17th December, Kalutara bus stop, Nigambu bus stop. Another social initiative by Newsfirst.
Now, as promised, the island-wide awareness campaign on promoting the rights of women, titled Empower the Woman, completed day 15 of its journey today. The campaign, which marched from town to town, will create a human chain of women, echoing their voice of empowerment tomorrow on its final phase of the campaign.
The campaign, which brought together women from the north and the south, commenced its campaign today from Kalutara. The program, which commenced at the Kalutara bus stand this morning, educated the gathering in how to face the future with strength and courage. Women who participated in this campaign were given the opportunity to present and discuss measures taken to protect women, as well as to discuss measures relating to the upliftment of women.
කාන්තාවට නිසි දැන නැහැ. ආරක්ෂා කිරීමේ නීති ප්‍රමාණවත් නැති කියලා මගේ අදහස.
අපේ රටේ කාන්තාවෝ ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් ශක්තිමත්. හැබැයි ඒගොල්ලන්ට තියෙන අවස්ථාවන් අඩුයි.
The campaign, which commenced at 9 a.m. this morning at the main bus stop, saw the participation of several group directors of the Capital Maharaja Organization.
The Capital Maharaja organization is always trying to identify issues pertaining to society. In this instance, they have identified the need to focus on the security and empowerment and equality of women.
It is essential to empower women, especially if equality within the society is absent. Even many philosophers and scholars have pointed out that the key to changing and develop a society is to empower the women of the nation. So I believe that this campaign, which is jointly organized by Sirasa and the Capital Maharaja organization, was effective in promoting that message. I also strongly believe that we will be able to see fruitful outcomes of this campaign in the near future.
We have sacrificed a great deal and worked hard to develop the communities we live in. We have also made a huge contribution to Sri Lanka's economy. That's why the time is right to speak up for our empowerment, so that we as women can contribute to build society and a better future for Sri Lanka, with women playing a key role in it.
And that's a wrap of Lunchtime News. Join us again at 1:55 for more of the very latest. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Dasani Athago.